Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Olive Oil's Pizzeria and more. 930 Brookline Boulevard. We got a lot of great guests coming up. We got a lot of fans of the show that come in. Even one of my favorite photographers that I met at Jessica Lee. I'll just call him Tim. We'll keep it simple. And this is my first on-location show after my kidney transplant on September 13th. My son gave me a great kidney. I'm doing very well. It's only been 31 days. I'm out and about, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm ready to do some talking tonight. We'll see how I do. If I need help, Smoking can fill in. He doesn't usually, because he does a lot of eating, because the Olive Oil's Pizzeria sponsors our show. And look at that pizza. Look how many pieces are there now. They've cut me back, but they'll be gone at the end of the show, and I won't touch another one, I promise you. Again, I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. This is Smokin' Jim Frazier. We have a sponsor for What's on Your Mind. Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. They're right past Trax Farm, Mineral Beach, and the Dairy Queen on 88 in Finleyville. They do and work on anything that runs on gas. Weed whackers, boats, tractors, trucks, cars. You just name it. He's an honest mechanic, works on these cars. It's a red, white, and blue station. Just check it out. 7 miles from my house in Bethel Park. They've been there for years. That's Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. He sponsors What's on Your Mind. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
Here it is.
you got to see Levine. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Big hand for Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer Skip Atkins is in the house. I tell you what, Al Levine, the Talking Machine, rarely pats himself on the back.
When did I do that?
This is a guy, we've been doing the show together for 8 years.
As of October 11th, our 8-year anniversary, which is not my birthday.
Not his birthday. Over 600 shows on YouTube. Tomorrow, he'll be on the red carpet. He's up for a major award. If anybody deserves a media award, I've never worked with a guy that's harder working and more consistent than Al Levine, the Talking Machine. Big hand for Al. Good luck tomorrow.
Oh. Thank you, Smokin' Jim.
Speaking of somebody that deserves it, Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher was the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers for 15 years, and he deserves to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. He got over 161 wins. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a 2-time NFL Head Coach of the Year. He's in the Pittsburgh Steelers Ring of Honor. Rod Woodson is the greatest cornerback in NFL history. He was coached by the chin. Troy Polamalu, greatest safety in NFL history, coached by the chin. Casey Hampton, Hines Ward, Alan Faneca, Heath Miller, Big Ben, greatest quarterback in NFL in Pittsburgh Steelers history, coached by the chin. Joey Porter, James Harrison, Jerome Bettis, all coached by the chin. How about the Bill Cowher head coaching tree? Dom Capers, Jim Haslick, Marvin Lewis, Dick LeBeau, Shane Gailey, Mike McCarthy, Mike Malarkey, Ken Wisenhunt, Bruce Arians, and I'm going to include Coach Mike Tomlin in that category because Coach Cowher gave Tomlin all his players, all his coaches, his system, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and a Super Bowl championship team. Coach Bill Cowher and Coach Chuck Noll are the only two coaches in Pittsburgh Steelers history with a winning record against the New England Patriots. Bill Cowher used to term Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and the New England Patriots black and blue. When it comes to the Hall of Fame, put the chin in.
Are you done? I can't hear a thing. It sounded like a repeat from a year or two ago. I'm not as entertaining as my friend here. Look at him, he's promoting, what is that, South Hills Boxing Club? Thank you for the t-shirt. He couldn't wait till Carmen come up to hand it to us. because it doesn't fit him. Folks, it's only a 2X. I bought him a polo that's a 5X. So I don't think it's going to fit. There's a rumor that Al Levine, the talking machine, started that he's going to give it to one of his sweeties as a nightshirt. So I think we have no problem. I'm not as entertaining as Smoking Jim. What's on my mind is there's a lot of sports in Pittsburgh. I bleed black and gold for the Pirates. Yes, I know. I still support them. I'm not a fan of Bottom Line Bob. The Penguins, support them, and the Steelers. Now, I noticed this year the Pirates had almost more injuries than anybody else in baseball. So there's a curse that I discovered. Smoking Jim's tried to find a few curses. Like he talks about the curse of Sid Bream that was all a fantasy. I interviewed Sid Bream at the Oaks Theater. We debunked that theory, and Smoking Jim wasn't there, but somehow he had a mysterious illness again. But the injuries are popping up. The Pirate pitching staff, I think every pitcher on the staff had an injury. And then somehow they got rid of Ray Searage, who was a miracle worker when they were winning some of the games, and they had 3 years of winning seasons, plus the year before. Now the Penguins start out the year, and what do they have? They get 2, 3, 4 injuries, including Malkin, who come back in some of the best shape and was fast and scored a goal. Then he got hit around the boards, and now he has a lower body injury. He's going to be out till we don't know when. Now the Steelers, I don't know if anybody followed them at all, but they've had a few injuries. And you guys can name who they are, but we all know Big Ben signed 3-year contract and got hurt in, the second game? For some reason his elbow went out, and I said I'm worried that it's like Terry Bradshaw when his arm went, and that was it for him. But Big Ben says he'll be back. He looks good with that blow-up cast and everything else he has on his arm, so I'm assuming he's healing. But I discovered there's a curse in Pittsburgh in 2019. It's called the Year of the Injury for the Pittsburgh Sports. So if you guys play sports, don't say you're from Pittsburgh right now. Just be healthy. And we're going to bring our guests up right now. First guest of the night, please tell them your name.
Susan Miller.
We've been friends for about 7 years, and we run in parallel circles. She's a great entrepreneur, and she has a son doing well, and sons in sports, and she'll tell us a little bit about that, and then she's going to talk about her business. And a mutual friend of ours recommended that she should be on our show. Tell us who that was.
That was Rachel Rockavan. So.
And we're a big fan of Rachel's and have promoted her events, and she's not just a beauty queen and a pretty face. She's quite intelligent, gets wells put into Africa and raises funds for green environment, and a lot of great things that she does, just to put that out there. All right, enough promos. How about you?
Okay. Well, so I'm glad you're doing well too.
Thanks for your prayers and support.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
So basically, when we talk sports, I have to brag about my sons.
I hope so.
But I got them on. I have them written down. So if you don't mind,
You know what? I rarely have notes, and they think Jim and I script this. We don't script a thing, but I let my guests bring their notes.
Okay. So my
Use
boys
them right now.
Okay. So we're a big baseball family, so we like the Pirates too. We're
Okay.
4th generation baseball players. So my son is very active in baseball. He claims he's going to be a Major League Baseball player. So,
How old is he?
He's a senior in high school. His name is Jax Miller,
What high school?
Avonworth High School. So
Nice.
So he doesn't drink, doesn't smoke or anything. He keeps
He's
on-
like Smoking Jim. That's
Yeah.
how he was in high school.
So he's won a lot of awards for baseball, including first team 2018 Whitfield All Classification team.
Congratulations.
And Whitfield All Section Baseball team. So, and he plays football too. So
What's he do there?
what
In
for
football, yeah.
He's a running back. I'm not too keen on football, so that's why I have the notes. But he's.
Well, you tell him, because Smoking Jim scouts high schools and colleges in the area.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
was
And he has connections.
Okay.
I was at Heinz Field a few years ago when Avonworth played for the championship.
Okay, yeah. So he just won first in conference for rushing with 950 yards. with 11 touchdowns, and the team just won their conference, and they're 8-0 right now. So
Congrats. That sounds like a great team. Smoking Jim got to go out there and get these kids in college. He's not just a pretty face. He knows people.
They can't beat Stowe Rocks. So.
Okay. Yeah, they're a tough team too. They were always tough in baseball too. So
Just not in the classroom.
I wouldn't say that.
I just did because it's true. I know them.
I wouldn't say that.
I'll say it again.
Okay. But yeah, we're a big baseball family, big in sports. Period.
What about your other son?
He's a sophomore at Avonworth. He also plays baseball and
What position?
football. He's a shortstop and pitcher. Same thing with my older son.
I didn't ask that, but I
Yeah,
was going
yeah,
to.
shortstop and pitcher. And he's also in football. He's a slot back and defensive back, and they call him hands.
He got great hands then.
He's got great hands, but he also plays varsity basketball. So
Sounds like a future
Wow.
Gateway Gator.
He's at Avonworth, Smoking Jim.
Get transferred.
He tries to grab all these kids to go to Gateway because they grab kids, they get parents jobs, and they do all kind of things like that are illegal.
It's Miller time.
She's right here.
yeah, that's right, Miller time.
And when did your kids start playing sports?
Since they could walk.
Really? That's
Yeah,
pretty
really.
good.
They just had a fascination with sports, and ever since they could pick up a ball, they've been.
How about you? Did you ever play sports?
I was a track runner. What
did you run?
440.
Wow.
So-
He was
and
a
I heard
track
it-
star.
Well,
He was Finn at one time.
so was I.
I wasn't talking
those
about
days.
you. He looked like Urkel when he was a kid. All of you that have seen Urkel, that's who he looked like.
So.
I'm not picking on him. I'm just telling the truth. No, that's
volleyball-
great.
Volleyball and track was my thing.
What did
so.
you like?
Track, I seem to be good at it because I could just zone out the pain. There's
Really?
a lot of pain in running in distance. I don't know about you if you were in distance or not.
Smoking Jim, what did you run?
The 100, the 200, the 400, high jump, and the relays.
Okay. Yeah, when you run distance, sometimes you gotta block out that
Yeah.
pain and go into a zone.
Mind over matter.
Yeah.
I don't mind, it don't matter. Right?
Something like that.
That's what I do. Just with my surgery. I don't mind, it don't matter because I'm going to be better.
Right.
So that's a good philosophy.
It is good philosophy.
I'm
I
with
like that
you.
one.
Anything else on the sports with them and you?
Uh,
Does your husband play sports or played
he's
sports?
actually the baseball coach for the middle.
I knew we'd get this out of you.
Yeah, he's a fourth generation. Well, my boys are fourth generation baseball players.
Right, so he's third.
He's third.
I can do math. I didn't go to Gateway.
Man, he's on that gateway, ain't he?
Well, because he promotes it all the time. I'm sick of it. 8 years. Imagine hearing that every show. And how great they are when they lose a game.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think they just did. No, so he's been a baseball guy his whole life.
He played football and baseball too. He got several scholarships for different. So he bounced around to different colleges. Went to Tulane and everything like that.
Oh, really?
That's big time.
Good
yeah.
for him. I got to ask, how big are your boys?
Jax is 6'2" and about 195 pounds right now.
That's great.
Neo, he's grown so much that we kind of lost count right now. He's going through
What
his
was the
growth
last?
spurt.
What was the last measurement?
I think he's about 150 pounds and maybe about 5 foot, or not, 5'8" maybe right now.
Wow.
That McDonald's on
He'll
65
grow.
will get him up to 190.
He'll grow. We're not doing
I
that.
like that sheets. That seems to be the.
Whoa, we're on air. Muscles, one of the best. Thanks for coming out. Hey, we talked all this sports. I know you from business and promoting all kind of events. I can't keep track of what you do, but I get emails and different things on Facebook inviting me to the events. What's the story with your business?
Well, I'm a big advocate for small business development. So I'm just always, I just feel that that's vital for.
You're out there all the time. I know that.
Yeah, and well.
In a good way.
In a good way, but yeah, I'm always encouraging everybody. Just you can do it and start your own business, and it's vital for Pittsburgh.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh my gosh, forever? No.
Okay, I'm not trying to find your age. Like 10 years, 12 years, 20 years?
I've probably been doing it for 25 years now.
God bless you. That's
25
great.
years, yeah. And I primarily am drawn to helping women in business because I think.
Well, you are a woman, so I understand
Well,
that.
yeah, but I think we've had some challenges, along with some other groups of people. But women have had their challenges too. So
Sure.
anything I can do to help them to, help them start their own businesses. So everything that I have going on kind of run parallels, and it usually helps someone within the community, primarily women. But
What are your favorite events? Can you name one or two?
right now I'm drawn to the events through She Deserves, which is the nonprofit I just recently
Explain that.
started. So She Deserves is a nonprofit that helps abused women that have gotten out of that situation.
Sure.
We help them identify what their strengths are and help them start
Build
their
their
own.
esteem and everything else.
Right, but also help them start their own businesses so that they can be financially self-sustainable.
That is great.
So we are.
And that She Deserves.
That's She Deserves. Website is shedeserves.org. We're brand new. We're about a year old.
Right.
But the momentum's really grown with it. And since we partnered up with the Secret Speakeasies, which are events.
What is that? Tell me more. You piqued my interest.
So basically, they're these hidden parties in the city of Pittsburgh. But they're a little bit, probably, how do I want to say this? They're a little bit high-end parties in the city of Pittsburgh. And
Tell
so
me what you charge Smoking Jim.
nothing. I'll take care of Smoking Jim.
It worked. It worked, buddy. I was looking out for you.
But basically, they have these secret parties all over the city of Pittsburgh, and all of them are.
Then how do you find out if they're secret?
Well, when you buy the ticket, then they give you the clues on where the location
They
is.
give you clues.
so-
Count him out.
You-
Forget about it.
Well,
He
you'll
lies.
have to help them with that.
Maybe I will. We'll go to an event.
Well, you know what? I got your back.
All right, thanks.
He needs it, believe me. His sense of direction. We went to South Point at Princescape. It's
Okay.
15 minutes from my house in Bethel Park. He started going straight past the first turn. I go turn left. Go right past South Village. I go turn left. He wanted to go right. Then we go to Donaldson's Crossroads. He wanted to go straight. I go, we have to go right. So, other than that, we made it.
That's good.
Your clues, that's my point about the clues.
It sounds like you got to bring them.
I knew I could get in on this.
But basically, they're just fun events, and each one is a different theme. So the next one is a New Orleans theme. So
Wow, sounds great.
So
You gonna have any gumbo?
yes, actually, they have a 3-course meal that's going to be provided. That's
What
going
do tickets cost?
it's $100 per ticket.
Okay.
But they're going to have live music. They're going to have all kinds of things.
Here's what I
happening.
wanted to tell
Yeah.
you. If you're doing lots of things, I promote on my Tuesday night show. I get flyers. If you have a flyer and you want to promote something, get it to me.
I appreciate.
I'll put it up there.
I appreciate that.
Because I help anybody and everybody. We end our
You do that.
we-
I second that.
Yeah, we end our show with this young boy that died before his 10th birthday because of brain cancer, DIPG.
Wow.
And I say, stay Joey strong in honor of him. And I've done their 5K runs and different events that they
That's
do.
great.
So I appreciate doing things in the community, and I
Right.
practice that. So
Right.
get a flyer or two towards us, all right?
I'll do that.
Or
I'll do
pass
that.
them to Rachel. She can bring them here.
Or you know what? Same thing with me too, because I think we're all Rachel, yourself, Maya. I mean, we have big circles that we can distribute that information.
Sure.
So I'm all about that too. You know.
I have like 4,600 close friends on Facebook.
I think I'm about there too.
And
they're probably the same friends too.
Well, some of them are. And then on Pittsburgh Sportsline, I forgot to mention that thanks for all the likes on Facebook. We're at 6,875
Awesome.
likes.
Awesome.
So this old dog learned a few new tricks on promoting that. So we appreciate that.
Wow.
Yeah, anything you have that you want to promote, let me know,
Okay.
and we'll put it out there.
I'll definitely like to help get the word out about Sportsline too, and help.
You
get
can
those
do
numbers
that
up.
because I post up an event page. You can share that if you want.
Yeah.
You know how to do that stuff.
I do know how to do that stuff.
I had to test you because you've been a great guest. I want to thank you for coming on Pittsburgh Sportsline for a great debut.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm glad to see you're doing well.
Thank you, and I feel good too.
Meeting you.
All right.
I'll see you at the next event.
All right. It's Miller time.
Welcome again, my friend. Please tell them your name because I'm not sure of it. We've been friends for years, and I just know him as Gentleman Bill.
Bill Franciscus. I finally let it out of the bag. How's that?
He's a man that likes to be behind the
Give
scenes.
me a brother handshake. There you go.
Nice to have you on board. We want to talk a little baseball with you.
All right. Thanks for having me.
I'm not going to ask about your health because you told me not to, so we'll leave that alone for people to speculate. But what's this military baseball league that you're doing? If you want to hold the mic, I'll let you do that.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I know you can handle it.
Well, I'm the director of operations for the U.S. Military War Dogs Baseball Organization.
And where are
And
they
They're
located?
located out of Norfolk, Virginia, right on the Navy base.
I was
and-
there with my son.
See that?
I know the area.
Were you on the ship?
No, I didn't get on the Dwight D. Eisenhower. That's where he was stationed.
Well, it's kind of funny that we're actually going to have batting practice on one of the ships here to start off our website showing that we're doing batting practice and
is
the baseball's
great.
actually on the ship.
This is another first for Pittsburgh Sportsline. Batting practice on a ship,
A big battleship.
a battleship.
So, and that has to be edited because we obviously can't show everything in the background. It'll be on there, but you'll see the deck.
Understand.
And we've got quite a few players that are coming from all over the world, not just the United States, but we're running this Forever Never Forgotten tour.
Wow,
And
it
it'll
sounds like
start-
an awesome tour.
It's starting in Spain. It goes to Italy from there, then Japan, and then it'll come here to the United States, and we'll travel across the country.
Really?
Raising
Wow.
money for the veterans, PTSD, suicide. The homeless veterans, there's approximately 500,000 homeless veterans. We're going to give them homes
They
so
do
that they're
need help.
self-sustained. And we're going to be playing against college teams. We got minor league schedule and major league schedule during spring
Major
training.
League too.
Yeah, we'll play them in the spring training games.
That makes
So,
sense. They need to practice.
And they need practice, so do we. It'll start us off in the spring. I've got 32 teams coming from 32 countries in April to play in an international tournament.
32.
32 countries.
Wow.
And that'll start off in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah.
And the military guys will, be the ones running around as the staff putting that on,
No,
so that
that's
we
great.
can help the inner city youth kids from the different communities. So even Haiti now has a baseball team.
Really?
So Minsk, Belarus, Philippines, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India.
He has no
You
notes.
name them, we got them. I'm just reading this right off my head.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, how
I
do
know
they
that's hard
donate?
for him.
Oh, it's very difficult. Hey, where do they donate if they want to for this?
We're going to have our website. We're redesigning it at the moment. It's
Okay.
wardogsbaseball.org.
Wardogsbaseball.org.
.org.
Okay.
And we've already formed a relationship with the Wake Foundation, a
Okay.
big money-making company
I've
that
heard
does
of them.
everything for the veterans. Robert Wake is my age, actually, and he's really looking forward to doing
We're
this
not
team
asking
up.
your age today.
You wouldn't know what it was anyway.
No, no, no.
I'm
I didn't know
I'm
your
younger
name.
than Big Jim.
We don't know his age officially.
Doesn't he tell it?
No. Ask
Big
him.
Jim, go ahead and tell us
Ask
your
him
age.
how old you are. He won't say.
How old are you, Big Jim? Old enough to know better, too
Older,
young
he
to
needs
resist.
another slice. What did I tell you, folks? That pizza's almost gone.
That is gone. Why don't you just make a sandwich?
Tell me
out
that
of it?
isn't impressive.
Flip
I
that
had
one on
two.
top of the other.
I had two cuts because they're watching my intake on some things.
It's a great advertisement.
So I left my man 8 slices. Come to Olive Oil's Pizzeria. Tell Frank Fanero, Al Levine, the talking machine sent you because of Smoking Jim Frazier's eating. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I'm watching him chow that
I got to
down.
do a little promo.
Gives him that energy.
He's overloaded.
He
Look
is
at
over-
him.
Look at the size of that guy.
Wow.
Are you guys got anything to do with Africa? Because I always wanted to adopt one of them.
Cameroon, Uganda, Congo, Kenya, and Zimbabwe. I have 5
Hold it.
countries.
What
that are-
does he even mean by that?
Well, he said he wanted to adopt one of them. So I don't. Is this
Is
a
that
racist
peop-
comment?
Yeah, is that people or
They said for 50 cents a day, you can feed 6 of them.
Listen, you can't turn around and go there and take them to Gateway and put them on your football team.
he would
All right?
try?
You want to adopt them, you got to take them home.
Hold it. We have a problem that in our studio, he was talking about being a pet owner. So one of the young kids, he's a freshman.
Co-owner.
He goes, you got to own the dog and have it with you. So Smoking Jim goes, okay, I'll do that. So he gives the dog away to a sweetie, and he says he's a co-owner. So
bought it.
he tells all of us, and I go, did you ever clean up after it? He goes, what? He goes, do you have a place for it to sleep? Did you ever feed the dog? He goes, I think once. So this kid, Zach, he goes, he's not a dog owner.
Co-owner, huh?
Yeah.
And you want to adopt a kid. You going to own that, or are you going to feed it, bathe it? How's that work?
Change a diaper.
I'll give it to a sweetie.
I thought your name was Jim Frazier, not Angelina Jolie.
All right, so how'd you get into this baseball? I know you're a baseball guy and you're still an athlete at whatever age you may be.
And being a veteran.
And a veteran.
I
Thanks for your
actually
service.
Thank you. I had a scholarship out of high school to play pro ball. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, my father was a deputy sheriff and I was underage, and he said, "You're going to the military."
Whoa.
So there went my college, and I went to the military, and I can say, fortunately enough, he was probably right, kept me straight, kept me on the narrow, and
Yeah.
that's exactly why I've looked into this over the future. As a baseball player and a coach, I've traveled the world independently, being a scout, and I see a lot of kids today that are young. They're getting their girls pregnant, or they're selling drugs, or crime is just riddled.
Sure.
And I want to get them where I can help them. And so
you do that. I've
this
seen you in action, so I know you do that.
And thank you. And this military deal will be great because we can do a letter of intent, take them out of their high school whenever they're finished, even though they don't have the ability to go to college, and then get them their GI Bill so they go to college. And
Wow,
their MOS,
is that great?
Their MOS will be to play ball for us for 1 year.
Is that it?
And then they'll get their GI Bill.
That's the
and
only
finish up.
stipulation.
That's it. That's it.
How did you come up with that? That's a great
A
selling
lot of work
point.
talking to the DOD and the DOJ, but
You must have a great group of people with you.
I do have a good staff, and how we got this on board, but it was my startup of doing this on my own with different kids. I have a kid that's a pitcher from Russia, a kid from Bolivia, and a kid from Nicaragua, and a kid from Venezuela. Right now, I got them all out of their countries, got all their visas, paid for all their tuition, and they're going to a college here in Pennsylvania called the
That is
Scotland campus.
fantastic.
So these kids, they have the money to go to school, and now they're in school and they're getting trained by the Mets,
That is great stuff.
and it'll work out pretty
And
great.
you even helped other kids that are in the major leagues now. You told me the other day when we were talking.
Eric Sogard was just playing
Yeah.
with Tampa Bay. Cole Tucker from the Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me he coached these guys.
Yes, I did.
No,
And they
that's-
were young little boys.
Who's your manager, Clint Hurdle?
No, I'm actually going to be taking his place. I just got the call today.
Here, I'll tell you another.
Nutting is a nut, and he gave me the call.
Of
And it was
course.
all help from Jim Frazier.
Well, Smoke and Jim only discovered baseball 8 years ago when we were doing our show. We're at a place where there's a picture of Babe Ruth at the Park House on North
We
Side.
have that photo, the three of us.
Yeah, and you know that he goes.
That's when I had to tell him who the guy was.
Yeah, and he didn't know, so he made a comment that, Babe Ruth supports the Pirate fans. I said, Babe Ruth played his last game here, hit like 3 home runs, one over the, whatever the roof was out there.
And Forbes.
Yeah, at Forbes, and it was a great day way back when. He doesn't support Pirate fans. And he went and became a Brave after that, so Yankee, Brave, where's the Buccos? He's confusing me.
We already said what school he went to.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that point.
No problem.
I
I
try
remember
not
all
to,
the time because I went to Penn Hills. And we were rivalries back then, so I know.
You
And
know-
guess what? We beat them then.
when Aaron Donald was doing well at Pitt and was going to get drafted, he wouldn't say he was from Penn Hills. He goes a community next to Monroeville,
Next to Monroeville.
and I'd have to go Penn Hills.
Yeah, because he wouldn't say Gateway.
No,
Obviously.
no, he couldn't.
Nobody claims they're from Gateway.
They can't.
Except for Jim.
With all the recruiting they do and putting families in business, I mean, how can you?
They paid me
Oh, I understand.
not to go there.
Wow. Well, what's in the future for you?
Well, the future is first to get healed up. I guess you kind of mentioned I had a little bit of a health issue. It's not
Yes.
anything, that has to do with medical, just an injury that I'll sustain, and I've got to put things on a back burner for now. But I am coaching Team USA in the Dominican Republic in January,
Wow.
and I will be there for that. So go Team USA against the Dominicans.
Oh, didn't you coach Cuba at one time?
I did. We actually got a couple players from Cuba, and I have a good relationship with them. I did their FIDE conference
Oh,
a
great.
couple years back
Yeah.
that you talked to me about. And
You're a world traveler. That's why I'm picking your brain here.
62 countries so far.
Wow. Whoa. I got to take
No,
pills.
Jim, you can't go with me. They don't sell pizza in all those countries.
He wants to take
And
one of
Cuban
them.
pizza's nasty.
I can't go to Cuba because I can't swim.
You don't have to swim. That's only if you're trying to leave.
he wouldn't want to leave.
No, and to look at him, they would know he's not Cuban because they're not that big. All the Cuban people are skinny. They don't eat enough. So if he tried to swim, he'd
Well,
float.
they do have a dictator that limits a lot of their things.
That's right. That's right. So he'd float.
Yeah.
He'd be a buoy out there in the ocean.
There'd be 10 hanging on him.
They would. They'd drag along. You could salvage yourself to save Cubans. They could climb on your back and you could swim to Mexico.
I think we're going to look into somebody sponsoring Smoking Jim being a raft. I'll put the first dollar on that. Welcome to the show. Tell them your name.
I'm Carmen Peluso, and I'm from South Park Boxing.
Thanks for being here tonight. Glad you come out. You brought one of my heroes, Muscles, here.
Muscles makes an appearance. I think this is his
Golden Glove Hall of Fame.
I'm honored. This is an honor to me. He's been bodyguards for friends of mine and everything else. We appreciate it.
He came to keep an eye on me.
I know that. He told me that. That's it. What do you have
Some
there?
shirts for you guys from South Park.
Here, you can hand this one to me.
Oh, yeah, you were hiding that one.
Yeah. Look at this.
I didn't have a
Thanks
parachute
to
for
Carmen
smoking.
and Muscles. Smoking Jim needs about 3 more X's on that. And I'm serious. My XL's good. I lost a little weight in the hospital and getting this kidney, but I'll fill it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right. Tell me what's going on with South Hills Boxing Club.
South Park is
South Park, I'm sorry.
We're kind of in a rebuilding stage. Muscles, Dave and Keith and the fighters over there. We're trying to get things back and fill the gym back up. The gym is.
Tell us where you're located.
We're in the same parking lot as the haunted house at 100 Acres Manor.
Okay.
I don't think we have an address, but if you look up 100 Acres Manor haunted house, we're in.
Same address.
Guess what? We'll go with that.
It's close enough.
Because you go there each time, and you boys go there, right? You know where it is.
I got
Muscles
lost.
knows. He's shaking his head.
I still get lost in the park.
Well, you're Carmen. That's why.
okay.
He's checking on you. You're doing good. And when are you open?
The gym is normally open Monday through Thursday around 5:30 till about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Depending on how many fight we have going on and the fighters, I'm sometimes there 5 to 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Friday nights I'm there. Saturday mornings, mid-morning, Tom brings Nico up, and sometimes Sunday.
Sure.
Depending on
How
the
do they
fight
get a
schedule.
hold of you to join the boxing club?
There's several ways. Bobby's listed on the AMA's website. That's our LBC.
Okay.
Just come on up. More than likely.
Stop in at the haunted house and then go sign up for boxing.
It'll be a spooky experience.
Yeah. How could it not? It's famous in the area.
It is.
Definitely. And what happened recently with your boxers? I heard they were in Columbus.
Young Nico, who you'll be talking to him shortly. We was
Maybe.
just
We'll see.
maybe he's pretty quiet.
All right.
But we was at the Eastern qualifiers for USA Boxing. Nico lost a very, very
At 95 pounds.
yes. He fought a kid that had 71 fights.
Hold it. How many fights does Nico have?
Probably 10.
That's ridiculous. You threw him into the shark.
And he went into the Shark Tank swimming.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of him.
I love Muscle's philosophy. Just go in and fight.
I say that to Nico often. You can hear on your recordings that when I feel that Nico's not doing as well, or I just yelled, "Go fight him." We've said that since day one. His very first fight in Philadelphia, we knew we were going to have a hands full because the way they restructured the silver gloves, there's no divisions. It's everybody's open.
You're kidding.
And it was Nico's first fight, and we fought a kid,
You are saying Nico, right?
Nico,
Why? What'd you think he's saying?
Nito.
No, he's making up stuff. 'Cause he's racist in his thinking.
It's-
You have to watch. Yeah, you have
I didn't
to
say
really watch.
Pedro.
No, you just have to watch him. I know it seems like I'm picking on him, but look, he opened his mouth to talk. Oh, he's done with the pizza.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Pizza's gone. Here, you want the mic back?
Yeah. I knew something was wrong. Nico, all right?
Yeah, and we've been saying that for quite some time now.
Well, how old is Nico?
Nico just turned 13,
Okay.
and we're looking to move to bigger tournaments and.
Because there's a bunch will be coming up come
Yeah,
springtime
we got,
and stuff.
You know, there's actually tournaments all year long.
No, I know. I'm not familiar with a lot of them. Every so often I see them posted.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Sugar Burts, and you got the Title, and you got the USA Boxing events. And
You want to check on what he's saying?
the Gene Lou's. There's a lot of events.
What's up next?
Right now, we're gonna push for the silver gloves. We were just talking about it.
I heard you. That's why I brought it up.
Well, that was last year, and it's,
No, but I mean here you had mentioned something.
yeah, I think we're gonna do the silver gloves. I have to check the age because every year they change the age restrictions.
Okay.
I'd like to start taking Kevin to some events. Kevin's turning into a pretty polished fighter. The boys that we have, they work really, really hard.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Do they do the road work? That's what I'm worried about.
Our parking lot probably has a 4% grade, and they know every square
do
inch
it.
of it. They run hard.
I can't wait to interview him then.
You should come up to the gym.
Well, I got to walk slow right now. Remember, I just
Well,
had a
what's
kidney
nice about
slapped
our
in
gym
me.
is we have a driveway that comes all the way back, and I can dump you into the gym.
Oh, okay.
So you don't.
No,
even,
I can walk.
We'll roll you.
That road work may not be on the menu right now.
See, I don't do road work. I hang out. I, just at
I
the
couldn't
top of the
tell.
steps.
Thanks for being honest.
Well, the last time you interviewed me, you made fun of my. Or you complimented me. On
I
how much-
complimented you
Yeah.
because you lost weight,
But I found it again.
and I lost it. I didn't know where it went. Now I know. No, that's good. So you got some upcoming things going on there.
Yeah.
Kids working out at the gym, going
Yeah.
on that 4% upgrade.
They
I
work
like that.
hard.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah, they work really hard, and Muscles and Dave's there quite a bit, and we're starting to develop the fighters
Are you?
to where they need to be.
No, that's great. And
Carmen's a good trainer. He's really
good.
done
We
well.
got Muscles in the background. He don't want an interview, but he's got input. We'll take his input.
He's doing well. He's a good trainer.
No, and then what about Golden Gloves time?
Well,
You'll be ready for that?
Absolutely.
You got to throw Kevin into that, and
Well-
Nico's got to qualify for Golden Gloves. Come on.
Absolutely. The Golden Gloves is always on our radar, no matter what time of the year it is.
Yeah. Usually spring.
We always think about it. One of the things that I'm working on is I'm actually running for president for the LBC.
Are you?
For this coming election?
Good luck.
Me and Mark Mackey are going to have a pretty good election, and one of my goals is to up participation and develop the gyms.
Well,
and
boxing is coming back somewhat. We see it in some of the crowds and the kids and women, because you got women boxing. We were at a boxing tournament where the women's matches were better than the 3 or 4 guys' matches. I was amazed.
And there's quite a few good women in the area. You got Morgan Brasma, I think that's how you pronounce it. Becca
That was
May.
good.
Oh yeah.
Maria Antunes, she just fought in the Worlds. There's some little Sandra, the Gonzalez girl.
Colleen Davis.
Colleen Davis
yeah.
is very, very
She
accomplished.
throws punches nonstop.
She's relentless.
She's a machine. How she's improved in 3 years. She was on our show, and I told her, I noticed some switch clicked on, and she goes, yeah, I don't stop. So
And that's a testament what we saw out in Columbus. The true amateur style boxing needs to be nonstop pressure fighting.
sure. We appreciate it as announcing the fights and even being in the audience seeing that. And then what we don't like seeing, that's why I always talk about road work. The first round is usually a great round because these guys are great athletes. The second round, not so good. The third round, they're getting beat because we know one thing, no road work.
Yeah, and one thing I like to try to get my guys to do is when we work and we spar, we try to set a pace and get stronger as the sparring goes on.
Sure.
I want to see the kids get stronger as the fight while the
As they
opponent-
learn, too,
Well,
yeah.
as they learn and as the opponent falls off, because in the local level, in the regional level, 95% of it is being in shape.
Yeah. No, we see it because we've seen hundreds of fights. And we know because some kids will go, what'd you think? And I go, that first round was great. After that, I don't know.
Chuck Sanford in Brookline, if you can fight the third round like you fight the first round, you're gonna win.
Amen.
Most of your fights.
Absolutely.
Late great
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He's
that's a
up
good
for-
philosophy.
Chuck's up for
Hall of Fame.
the Hall of Fame
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
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 Hopefully,
I'm on the committee. I put a
It's
vote
in.
in for him.
Yeah, I'm definitely voting for him.
Yeah, we got a week. We got a meeting on Wednesday.
Great
so
man.
I'll put another plug in.
Awesome.
Good. Anything else you got?
No, just if
Did we
anybody
cover
want-
what you needed?
Yeah, if anybody wants to stop by, come on up. We're always there.
Haunted house. Haunted house.
Haunted boxing.
These guys run faster when the zombies are chasing them.
I understand. They got weapons and chainsaws and
See
everything.
my thought process?
Yes, I like it. Hey, thanks for being
Thank
a
you
great
for having
guest.
me, guys.
Tell them your name. Just talking to the mic.
I'm Kevin Weinheimer,
All right. Who's your uncle?
Uncle Bob, and Uncle Dave.
Any muscles?
Yep,
Okay. Very good. When did you get started in boxing?
year and a half ago.
How come then?
My cousin started boxing
All right,
little.
that's a good reason.
Yeah, so then I just started
Is
going.
he older than you or the same age?
He's a few months younger than me.
Younger. Wow. He got a head start on you.
Yeah,
Did you play any other sports?
I played football.
Oh, did you? He'll be recruiting you. Just don't listen.
Yeah, I stopped
You
playing.
did?
I didn't.
Where do you go to school at?
Upper St. Clair.
You're in Upper St. Clair. Nice community right next to us in Bethel Park.
Yep.
Definitely. Did you play any sports when you were younger?
Yeah. I
What'd you
played
play? When'd you
everything.
start? You just play. You're an
Yeah,
athlete.
I always have.
You like to be busy.
Yep.
You like the fun of it.
Mhm.
He
And
fell in
you-
love with boxing.
yeah.
Yeah.
How could you not? It's in your blood.
Yeah.
I gotta believe that. I've seen you fight. Seen a couple nice fights. I've seen you develop better as a fighter.
Yeah.
So I think I saw your first fight and maybe second or third fight.
My
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
sister used to say, I don't want him boxing, he might get brain damage. I said, well, me and Dave boxed, and she said, exactly.
What do you think about boxing? You like it?
I love it.
What happens when they hit you in the head? What do you do?
Hit him back.
Okay. I always check because that's what I hear. You just keep boxing?
Yeah.
What's your favorite punch?
Jab.
You like the jab?
I always have a jab.
You need a jab in
Yeah.
boxing, right? Keep them away from you and then throw that right. You're right-handed, right? I could tell by how you're gripping that mic. You got a death grip on that. Easy now. These are all easy questions. Do you like school?
No.
What grade are you in?
10.
So you only got a couple more years.
Yep.
How old are you?
15.
That's not bad.
3-0 student.
3-0.
He doesn't like it.
What's your favorite class?
That's a tough one.
Pick one out of the two. Besides lunch and your study hall. Those two don't count because they're his favorites.
The best ones.
All right, I won't quiz you on that. The 3.0 is not bad.
Thank you.
It's much better than him. He was at 1.2.
It's passing.
That's
Just
right.
barely.
If you get a D, you can play for me.
That's all.
Don't even talk about college. Went to Cal U. He got so many general sew degrees and basket weaving and everything else. He got like 18 general study degrees. But other than that, he went to college. So, what's your future plans? Get better?
Yeah.
You want to box in Golden Gloves?
Oh yeah.
And
I
things
boxed
like that.
last year. Man.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you do in the fights?
Not
Not much.
not much.
I know. Well, you were
Yeah.
just starting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time.
Mhm.
You got to learn that footwork. You got to
Yeah.
learn about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the angles that they hit you.
Yeah.
And then you got to try to hit them at that angle, get them on that chin.
Yeah.
Do you like the knockout?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, you got to show that a little.
Yeah.
You working hard? Now, they said Carmen made a mistake and said you do road work. I have to ask you, when do you run?
Usually, like, I get to the gym early and run 2 miles before I
Do you?
start.
So you're consistent like that?
Yeah.
All right, I trust you because I want to see you in the third round.
Yeah.
I want to see you punching then.
Uh-huh.
All right, can you
wanna-
do that?
Yes.
Want
Right.
to go pro one day?
Uh-huh.
Well, don't speed in your Ferrari in Dallas.
Oh, my.
Just ignore it. He's just entertaining. He can't help himself. We're trying not to pick on him. Well, thanks for being a guest on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Thanks for
Glad
having
your
me.
uncle was here. And this will be up on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 8. And if not, it'll be on YouTube. I post the link, so I'll get the link out to you. All right? Thank you.
champ.
Welcome to the show. Can you tell us your name? Just talking to the mic.
Yep, Nico Provins.
How do you spell that?
NICOPROVINS.
I was just trying to get you to talk a little bit.
No,
How old are you?
13,
What grade are you in?
7th.
Do you like school?
Yes, good.
What's your favorite class?
Probably like math.
Math.
Yeah, or gym.
You can add 1 + 1 and get 2?
Yep.
Okay, good. He couldn't answer that question when I first met him because he told me he was from Gateway.
I was thinking of the square root.
He don't even know what that is. What got you in boxing?
I don't know, like, I was like watching like Rocky and stuff, like, you know, like.
You like the Rocky movies?
Yeah.
Me too.
So, like, I was like watching them. It seemed like a cool sport, like the idea
Yeah.
and
So
everything.
how long you been boxing?
For like 3 or 4 years, but I just started fighting like about a year ago.
You got ready to fight?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. Well, 13, you're starting to feel a little stronger, right? And at 95.2 pounds, that's not a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you that much. And what did you think of going into the ring? Were you scared?
It's pretty. I feel like I get nervous like before the fights, but
Yeah.
I feel like after the first round, like you get pretty used to it.
Once
like,
you
all
get hit
goes
in the
well.
face, you start to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Same thing.
I understand. It makes sense. What's your favorite punch?
Probably like the right hand. 'Cause
You like the right hand?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, golfer.
Oh, yeah? That's good. What do you look at in the future for boxing?
I'm hoping to go pro. So.
Are you? Well, you got
Olympics are pro. So.
Olympics or pro? Maybe Olympics first?
Yep.
Because you can't be in the Olympics if you're pro.
Yeah.
All right. No, that'd be great. What about school? You want to go on to higher education in college or?
I've probably gone to college, but that's probably about it for me. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's enough. You know, you get high school and college. That could help you. No doubt, especially if you're a math guy.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Did you play any other sports?
I did basketball,
Did you?
and I tried a little like a little football too.
Yeah, well, you're not that big for football.
Yeah.
That would hurt, especially with some of those big boys that are in the game. Where do you
I
live
know,
at?
Mount Lebanon.
Ah, they got some big guys there.
I know, like towering.
I went to Keystone Oaks, and we didn't have all the big players like they did. Some of the guys, I was a center. I'm going up against 300-pound guys, and I only weighed like 185. I'm like, how could they put me in against these guys? But it's high school, so you play them. I went right after them. I figured, hey, I'm here, they're here, we'll do it. So,
Yeah.
And now you just box? Nothing else? You don't want to play any other sport?
I mean, I might do like rec basketball or something. That's
You
like.
still
know,
like basketball? You
Yeah.
like shooting that ball? Do you?
Yeah.
Can you dribble?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I try to practice in my spare time.
Do you do
Yeah.
any passing? Can you pass that ball?
Yeah.
Well, you got to pass it off once in a while. Help those big guys underneath get a hoop.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Well, I'm glad you came on the show. I appreciate your insights, and I appreciate you talking, because they told me you don't talk much.
Try to talk.
You did well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nico. NICO.
Yeah.
All right, we got you. This is one of my heroes. He's been a bodyguard for friends of mine like Luke.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I had to bring that up.
That's my man.
Yeah, we got a common friend that I worked with at the Post Gazette, Luke Doyle, so
Oh, yeah.
good guy.
Well, it's been with you guys for a few years doing these shows up in
sir.
Dormont and
Put it like this, it's about
everywhere
4
else.
years.
Yeah, easily with
That's why we needed you up here.
Sammy and Andreas and
My favorite fighter of all
the
time.
Yeah.
Bashes, all them guys.
Andreas,
Yeah.
what a right hand he had.
Oh, he was tough.
I see him at some of the fights. I said, just keep the right hand away from me. He smiles. He goes, thanks.
Oh, they're good kids.
They are great guys. He got a good job now and stuff. So,
All the South Park boxers
kid.
go to the body, man. Dig to the body.
well, how long
We
have
had a lot
you?
of fun.
How long have you been in the boxing business here? Like from when you started boxing?
I started boxing when I was about Nico's age, actually.
Really?
With Chuck down there at Brookline.
Yeah.
What got you into it? Why'd you do it?
We moved to Brookline and found the community center down there, and anybody that walked in there, Chuck would grab you. He grabbed me and my brother and
That was it.
signed us up, and and it's a game, once it gets in your blood, it stays in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Remember Chuck telling us that, whether you keep fighting or coach or just be a fan, I mean, it gets in your blood. Like I've been out of the, I haven't been coaching for the last couple of years too much
I heard
at all.
that because I
But,
asked about you, and I heard you backed off on that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been busy. I got, a couple of young granddaughters and grandsons.
Take care of the family.
Been busy with that, but I want to get back into it.
Yeah.
And especially when I'll be retiring in a couple of years.
Are you?
Congratulations.
So I'll be have some more time to do it, but
Well, I like your style and how you help these kids become citizens, so they're not just learning boxing; they're learning about right and wrong. That's what I like about you. You get deeper than that, so instead of just throwing punches.
no, we actually had a lot of fun, a lot of success. A lot of kids grew up in the gym. I mean, not, we mentioned some of the guys that turned pro and are really good
Yeah.
at that, but so many other kids that, came through and just made it enjoyable for them. That's one thing I learned from Chuck, like, anybody special needs kids, some kids come in, they're never going to ever get in a ring.
Sure.
But you want to make it an enjoyable experience for them.
Sure. And
They're
you
gonna
teach
be
them.
boxing fans.
You teach them about the work ethic, getting in shape, and they can feel better about themselves. Because I've seen the confidence. Some of these kids, first time fights, they're like lost. Then I see a second, third, fourth, fifth fight. Guess what? They're throwing punches and moving.
One thing about boxing too. I mean, you learn self-discipline. It's something you have to do on your own. I mean, I played football and baseball and all that and loved
Sure.
it. And but boxing, I mean,
You're the only one out there.
There's nobody to back you up. Once that bell rings, you're out there by yourself. And if you didn't do your road work, it's going to be in the back of your head. Oh man, I wish I'd have ran a little bit more. This guy looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's
yeah.
really good for young kids, especially to build their self-esteem or self-confidence.
Sure. Well, I've seen what you've done with these guys, so I know.
No,
You've
yeah.
done a heck of a job. I compliment you on that.
I appreciate it.
That's why when I heard you were backing off, I'm like, where's my man Muscles? They go, he's backing off a little. I go, no, don't tell me that.
Carmen's got me a little bit interested, filling me in on what the guys are doing, and
Well, he can talk, you know that.
oh yeah, I know he can. He likes to blow your phone up too.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Wow, he's one of those guys.
But my nephew really enjoys training with them, and
I've seen the progress
doing a
he's
good
made,
job.
too.
He really has.
Yeah.
He really has. He's fallen in love with it, and he's turned into somewhat of a
He
gym
wants to
rat.
be a pro.
I know.
You've
Wait till his
had
mother
that.
finds out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that conversation. She'd be like, look in the mirror. That's why.
You want to be like your Uncle Bob or your Uncle Dave, do you?
No. And
Uncle Mike.
he goes, yes. He just says yes. How's she
Yeah.
going to argue with that?
Yeah, Kevin's got he's got the right makeup for it. Boxing is a good game for him. He has no fear of anything.
Yeah.
You worry
What
about
weight
him
is he fighting
riding
at? I
his bike
forgot
or
to
something,
ask. 150 now.
That's good water weight.
Yeah.
but he's really slimmed down and got in shape.
No, that helps.
Yeah, he really has.
You need that.
You can see it.
Yeah. No, it's good. What are you doing in the future then here? You're going to try to get it back a little bit with boxing?
Yeah, a
or
little bit. I mean,
Put your toes in.
I'm like 2 minutes from here. When Carmen
Are
told
you?
me,
Where do you
guys are
live
going to be
at?
up here. I'm right over in Baldwin Township, but right off
Right
of
on the hill
McNeely
there.
Road
Yeah. Yeah, I know the area there.
there. Yeah, my grandsons go to KO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where I went. So,
I know. I heard
yeah.
you say that.
He talks bad about that all the time.
Kevin's cousin Ryan is one that, he first started coming out the gym, but boxing.
Just faded.
Yeah, I mean, he liked it a little bit, but he really is into football.
Yeah,
So,
some are.
Data boy.
Yeah, he's having fun with that. But when I heard you guys were going to be 2 minutes away, I said I'm going
That's
to try and
great.
stop you. I come straight from work. And,
No, I didn't know where you
Made it
live
here.
at, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. It's right on the hill there. You go up the hill.
Well, KO don't have football, do they?
oh yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Good golf team.
I think they got Aliquippa this Friday, so that might be tough.
It could be. Yeah, he doesn't even notice when KO wins. He goes, what the heck?
They haven't done bad.
No, they have been pretty good lately, last year or two.
Last year, that running back, they had Michael Dower. He's not at Duquesne on the scholarship.
That quarterback couple
And
years
we had
ago,
our
so-
quarterback
He's down
on.
there too, yeah.
Yeah, we had him on the show. I forget his name right now, but yeah, he was a good interview. Good kid,
kids.
nice size. Yeah, he's at Duquesne.
Yeah, Dower actually played a lot as a freshman this year. They had him at defense on cornerback, but
Yeah.
boy, that kid could really run the ball and
Wow.
make things happen.
There's some athletes out there. They're not just the gateway,
Well, check out the freshman middle linebacker for Duquesne, Todd Hill from Steel Valley.
Oh yeah,
He's a
I've
beast.
seen him. I was at
Number
one of their games
52,
this year.
yeah.
Well, the head coach on Duquesne's a KO grad,
Yeah.
Jerry Schmidt.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
See, you got to wake up a little, buddy. You're done with the pizza. We can talk. we only got a couple minutes left on the show, so I'm glad you could make the show.
No, good
And
to
be
see you
here.
guys.
No, it's great to
Looking
see
forward to
you.
seeing you guys.
Hey, I always enjoy talking to you and having some fun and watching your boxers.
We're gonna miss Jimmy Savetic this year. Golden Gloves
How
comes
can we
around.
not?
I mean, I still miss him. Just
How about the
bouncing things off him and his sense of
Yeah.
humor.
You waiting for him to walk through
How about the
door?
Royal Place is shut down?
It
They're
is?
for sale, I think.
You kidding me?
I drove by yesterday and I saw a sign.
I said we were going to do the fights there. We were going to do our show.
Yeah.
And then they put a for sale sign on that.
Yeah, there's a
wow.
for sale. So we lose Jimmy, we lose the Royal Place. This is like unbelievable.
We did the first show at the Royal Place. Boxing
Really?
show. When we were renovating our gym to move upstairs from downstairs.
Yeah,
Did a fundraiser and we did a
helped.
big outdoor show there.
get on.
It was-
Yeah.
I didn't know
It was
that.
then after that, and then Jimmy ends up stealing it off me, of course.
No, it's all about the kids. Will you stop? This is all about the kids. We're not going there. It's all about the kids.
Yeah.
If I didn't hear it once, I heard it 100
know.
times. Just like I go, if we do a show for you, you have to pay us. He goes, it's all about the kids. So I walked
Jimmy knows how to
away.
get you to do things.
Guess what? I didn't. He called me the year he was dying and said, I want to do 4 shows with you. Can you give me a discount? I said, I can't do a show with you because I got bills too. We ended up negotiating something. He paid me for 3 shows.
Wow.
The 4th show, he couldn't get his people to do it. So I said, I owe you 1 show, but your guys failed you. So he goes, I can't do anything with them.
We went on so many boxing trips with, like the Lou Bash brothers,
Yeah.
Debbie
Yeah.
Lee, Sammy, Andre, Rob Colasani guys that went to national tournaments. And just with Jimmy there, it was like so many laughs and so just
How could it not be?
the things he would do, and then, and he would give me the business too. But I mean, just
He gave it to everybody.
we had so much fun.
One of the best ever.
He was.
Seriously. I might criticize him for how he was
Oh, I
cheap.
know, I
but
loved him.
Yeah, but he was the best.
We were down in Chattanooga at the National Golden Gloves, and he said, I want to take you to lunch this week. So finally, we're there 3 days. Me, him, and Gloria go to lunch. And then the bill comes, and Jimmy's, he pushes it across the table. I said, what are you doing, Jimmy? You invited me. I push it back at him. And he pushes it back at me. Gloria's there, Jimmy, you invited him. You're paying for this. Can you leave the tip? I said, no. It's all yours, Jimmy.
Hey, Muscles. When I was negotiating my deal, he goes, I'll take you to lunch. You won't believe what he said. He goes, would it be improper if you paid for the lunch? I said yes. And we did it. With that, we're going to end the show. Thanks, Muscles, for being on the show.
Great
and
to see
sharing
you
some
guys
laughs.
again. I love you guys.
Thank you. I end every
Always
show.
appreciated what you did.
Thank
for
you.
us.
Sure.
I
Just
told
sit
my son
right here.
Bob I was going to see you. He wanted to say hi.
Oh, thank you.
We end each show with Stay Joey Strong.